What is going on, YouTube? So I'm assuming everyone is here watching this video because your Whirlpool side-by-side fridge has just randomly stopped making ice. So if you guys live in an area where you experience a lot of power outages from thunderstorms, snowstorms and such, the good news is it's a very easy fix. And to give you guys a little bit of background about the situation, these refrigerators out of the box are supposed to have a automatic defrost mode. Unfortunately, when the power goes out, these refrigerators do not default to that anymore. They actually default to a short defrost setting, which is too short of a time frame to actually thaw out the water line that runs into the ice maker. So what you want to do is manually force the refrigerator into a long defrost setting, which gives the water line more time to actually thaw out. So in this case, I'm going to show you guys on my particular model how to force it into a long defrost setting. The bad news is every time your power goes out, you have to do this. You have to manually set it to long defrost. The good news is it's very easy and it's free. It's a free fix to making ice again. So to start, we need to enter the diagnostic menu, and to do that you need to focus on these two buttons right here, ice top and light. Press and hold those for 3 seconds. You'll have a countdown. And now we're entering the diagnostic menu. So we're going to have a bunch of different options here. As you can see, we have 01, option 1 flashing here. What we want to do is enter option 38, which is our defrost settings. So I'm going to start from the top down. Mine starts at 48, but some option numbers skip. So as you can see, 42 skips straight to 38. Now we're on 38, it's going to flash, tell us DF, defrost. And to enter defrost, we hit select zone. Here's the default setting, short. Hit select zone again, long. So now that we're actually on the long flash, that's telling us that we have set it onto long defrost. So it's done, we've set it to long. And to exit, we just hold those two buttons again. It'll have another countdown. We're fixed. Refrigerator is now forced into a long defrost setting. Now I've had a lot of people comment on my last video about this, that they do not have option 38. I can't guarantee this is a fix, but I found a random PDF online that shows other models of the Whirlpool fridge having the defrost settings as option 7. So I'll show you guys option 7 if you do not have an option 38. Same principle. Diagnostic menu, countdown 1. In this case, we're going to try option 7. And now we have a D1 and a D2. So D1 was the first thing that flashed. That tells us D1 was the default option. So when we lost power, it defaulted to D1. I'm assuming D2 is the long defrost option here. That's a bit of a tongue twister. So if you guys do not have option 38, try 7 and try D2. And once you select D2, same thing, press and hold these two buttons right here, and you'll leave the menu, and that's the option that you set. This is the software side of fixing the ice maker issue. Now, the defrost process, I think, is a range of 8 hours. So depending on when the last time this refrigerator actually cycled a defrost setting, it can take anywhere from 30 minutes all the way up to the full 8-hour cycle. So if your fridge is still not making ice within 8 hours, and one way you can tell is you can hear a hissing sound. That's the water line. It's actually starting to move the water up to the ice maker. If you guys never hear that, or within 8 hours don't hear it, your water line still froze. So another issue is on the physical side of things, hardwire. So, and speaking of hardwire and wires, you have this wiring harness right here. And some people actually experience a severed wiring harness because these doors can actually open up and overextend, and it puts strain on that wiring harness over time, and it can actually cut those cables in half. So you will have to sit and resolder them. And I think the good news is they're color coded, so You know, yellow goes to yellow, pink goes to pink if it comes down to that. So if you have any type of soldering skills, you can even use like the heat shrink tape or butt connectors if you wanted to, just as a temp fix to see if it's even going to make ice anymore. So I have all the answers to the frequently asked questions on my first video. It's on the pinned comment. I'm actually going to link that video in the comment section and description of this video that you guys are currently watching, because it answers just about any question that you would have. And I'm just trying to focus on the main ones right now to keep this video short and relevant. So the most number one asked question was, do I need to remove my food from my refrigerator as it defrosts? No, you do not have to. It's a sealed unit. And the differences between the short and long defrost aren't that much. I think the short defrost, don't quote me on this, I think it was 10 minutes, and the long defrost is 21 minutes. It's a difference of 10 minutes. That's it. Long defrost is nothing to worry about. It's nothing that's going to spoil your food. Like I said, it's a sealed unit, so as long as you're not opening and closing the doors repeatedly within a 20-minute interval, you're not going to have any issues with your food thawing out. Anyways, and the second most common question asked was, I don't have option 38. And this is the answer to the biggest second question I get. If you don't have 38, try number 7 and try the option D2. Hopefully that fixes it. Let me know, because I've had multiple people actually ask me what setting they need to try, and I've asked them, hey, try number 7, give me your setting options, and let me know if it fixes it. And I've not heard back from those people. I've had maybe 10 people ask, and nobody's ever followed up with whether or not it fixed the refrigerator or not. So this video hopefully will help those people, and I want feedback. If that option didn't help, I'm going to try to find another PDF online and find the fix for it. I'm not a technician. This is just stuff I found on Google. My refrigerator, matter of fact, didn't even have a service sheet with it. Some people, they have one, I think up here up top. There's a cover. It might be the cover on the bottom of the leg. You can pop it off, and there's usually a service manual. My refrigerator didn't have one, so I had to rely on PDFs. And that's how I found out about the defrost cycles. So, you know, as far as other maintenance questions, I really can't answer those for you guys because I don't really know myself. I just happened to try that one diagnostic menu trick, and it helped in my case. And it seems like that's a very common issue with this refrigerator, because the video got quite a few views with people having the same exact option. So it's an issue with Whirlpool and their automatic defrost settings. So that's pretty much the most asked questions, the ones I can answer off the top of my head. Your food's not going to spoil, and try option 7 if you don't have 38. And if this doesn't fix it, try the physical fix. Check the wiring harness. Otherwise, I can't really answer anything about people having issues with their ice harvester motor locking up. I don't know the fix to that stuff, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm hoping that I can help people out with their ice issue, because I like having cubed ice. You know, I want my ice maker to work. So it was a big issue for me when mine stopped working, and I hope that can fix your all's issue as well. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm going to link the original video in the description to this. And like I said, if you guys don't have option 38, you have option 7, please reply back to this video and let me know if it fixed it or not. Because if it doesn't fix it, this video is basically worthless at this point. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this can fix your fridge, and have a great day.